Hi, I'm Tyler, I'm the Anime Ghost, and this is What D&D Monsters I Can Take in a Fight, A Edition. So I'm going to be going through the monster manual, starting at the A's, obviously, and working my way through, deciding if I myself could beat any of the monsters in a fight. Now, a couple of rules for this. Rule number one, this is going to be in a neutral battleground. So no layer actions, none of that stuff. It's just going to be essentially a flat plane, unless that would benefit either party, me or the monster. It's going to be a one-on-one fight, no matter what, unless it's like a swarm creature. And yeah, other than that, they get access to all their magic. It's going to be fists only, or whatever natural weapons they happen to have. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get started. I have the book right here. So, the first up on our list is the Aarakocra. So, Aarakocra are basically bird people. The only real challenge I see in fighting them is they can slash you with their talons. That's kind of the big deal. But that's essentially being in a knife fight, or against somebody with a knife. And one more thing before we really get into it. Another rule. We're going with the average member of the species. So, nothing like obviously I can't beat like a martial artist no matter which race it is. So we're going to go with the average. So Aarakocra, they're elemental, or not? They're not elementals. They're from the elemental plane of air because they're bird people. You get it? They fly, and yeah, they kind of just vibe and are birds. Now whether I can think in a fight, whether I think I can take them in a fight, I think I'm definitely leaning towards yes. Birds are known for having hollow bones so that they can fly easier, and hollow bones mean they break a lot easier as well. The flight would be annoying, but it's a fist fight, so they have to come to me, and the claws would be dangerous, but I definitely think that I could beat one in like a grappling situation. Let's say their strength is 10, which is average, and I think I'm slightly above average when it comes to strength, so I have the advantage on grapple checks. And yeah, they're like only skill is perception, so I guess I can't like hide from them. But I'm going to chalk this up to 1 point for me. Let's move on to the next one. An Avalanche. An Avalanche is a giant Cthulhu-like sea monster that would definitely kick my ass. But let's go over why. First off, they're in the water, so considering neutral ground, it would be able to swim, or I would have to be able to swim towards it. Second, it can just straight up enslave me, which is not fun. I would just lose immediately. They also have like mucus that is gross and makes me poison, so I wouldn't be able to fight effectively. It's just, and they're large with a giant mouth of teeth. I don't think, how much does their tentacle, one tentacle attack does approximately like 4, 37, 12-ish damage, which is the average health of a commoner. It's 3 times the average health. So I think I'd just get smacked once and die, or mind dominated. Hopefully the die one. Alright, yeah. So that's one win for the wrong side. That's one win for the monsters right there. I definitely can't take down an Avalanche. Unless I had like 7 levels in fighting, then we'll talk about it. Next is the Angels. There's a Deva. Most of these I would just straight up lose to. Let's be real. Devas are medium celestials. They're challenge rating 10, same as an Avalanche, which is not a great place for me to start. They're divine messengers, though. They can still just straight up kill me, though. So their mace doesn't deal that. Oh no. Their mace does a lot of damage. Sorry, I was just looking at the regular mace damage. Turns out they do an extra 48 radiant damage every time they attack. So I'm just going to get obliterated. And it can just heal itself. So even if I could like beat in the fight, it'd be like, alright, cool. Anyways, I'm back to full. What are you going to do about it? That said, I don't think this would fight me unless I did something like terribly evil, right? Yeah, they can take any shape or form. They just appear to good people, and their goal is kind of to give help. So, in this instance where I would be fighting it, it might not fight me. So, we're going to say this one's a neutral point, but lean leaning towards the monsters, because it would definitely do it. For the rest of these, it'll be most of those. Planetars, on the other hand, are like the divine intervention guys, like the you done messed up, so I'm going to drop plague on you. They kicked my butt 6 ways to Sunday, no question about it. Great sword slashes me in half. Straight up went for the monsters. Straight up. No questions asked. And then solars are also just bigger, buffer angels that would definitely just kill me. Yeah. They're challenge rated 21. Another win for the monsters. I'm really bad at remembering which side is the monsters, which one's mine. Next is the animated objects. Animated armor is just a suit of armor. That said, I cannot punch through metal, but I can't blind it. I can't really like take it down because it would just keep bludgeoning me. I'm gonna have to give this one to the animated suit of armor. Turns out armor is extremely effective against unarmed people. Next is the flying sword. It's a sword that flies. I mean, if I grab it, what's it gonna do? But also, I'd have to grab it, and I'd lose my hand. So, yeah, that's another cut and dry for the monsters. Not doing too well on these. My hand's lopped off. My fists are bloody from trying to punch armor. The next one I definitely think I could take, though. This is the Rug of Smothering. It's literally just a rug that tries to, like, choke you out. And it does do, like, 10 bludgeoning damage at the start of its turn. But I definitely think I could, like, maybe fight it off a little bit. Plus, it's like a rug, right? I can rip that thing to show. It depends on the rug, really. So, if it's like one of those thick Persian rugs, I'm screwed. But if it's a normal rug, I'm fine. So I'm going to put that one another neutral point. Next up is an Ankeg, which is a massive ant-like creature that burrows. It's basically a big old ant lion. I love these things. The first mini I ever bought was of an Ankeg, and I've used it as much as I possibly can. That said, again, hella dead. It's large, so it's way bigger than me. It's covered in chitinous armor, which I definitely can't punch through. Maybe I should give myself a sword in the rules. That might have helped my chances a little bit, but not much. Yeah, it can spray acid, so it would just look at me and I would be melted and dead. So yeah, dead. And finally, Azer. So these are native to the elemental plane of fire. They're basically bronze dwarves that are constantly on fire. Yeah, they're made of bronze, which is metal that I can't punch through. So, and also fire hurts a lot. So yeah, assuming even if it didn't like have any weapons, I don't see a way for me to reasonably kill it. They have like 39 hit points too. That's a lot of unarmed strikes. So I'm gonna give this point to the monsters again. That pretty much wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment on how you think you would do against some of these monsters, and if I should change the rules to give me a fighting chance. Stay tuned for part. There's going to be a lot of parts. Monster Mania is pretty big, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.